Hi, I'm just making a little demo video here that you could put in your Canvas page. This is a sandbox course that I created for another course that I teach, EDUC 901, not in the business school, but here you can see the setup. You can see the welcome module, or what I call the introduction module. So here you have your Meet the Professor. If you click here, I have a little video that I did with a page. You can tell that it's a page because it has this little page icon. Here, you can see that I've uploaded it to my Media page. That way it saves on the storage and then it automatically does the captioning for you, which is really nice. Since my computer is being a little slow, it's just taking a little bit of time to upload and show you what the page looks like, but it will be on here for you hopefully shortly. Typically what you would see as an instructor, or what you would do as an instructor, is you would want to record a video, especially if you're teaching in an online course, that walk through the navigations. For example, one of the things that I would say in my video is, direct students to view things from the home page. So when I say home page, it's not like when you get into Canvas, the home page on your overall dashboard. It's once you're in the course, whatever course that they're taking, on the left side, you'll see all these navigation screens here or links. They want to view things from the home page. And what that enables them to do is really look at things from the module view or that module level. Because if sometimes what students do is they're just looking at their to-do list before even clicking into your course, and so they're missing all of these things. So you record this video and you have that as an announcement or a directive of, hey, this is how you should be viewing Canvas. Hopefully that's helpful. When you do have assignments or discussions, they should be put into this module or into whatever module that that they're due for. Please have them listed that way. So again, here's the intro modules. You have the instructor introduction, which I just showed you. Then again, a little short recording about how to navigate your Canvas page, what to do first, and that type of thing. I would put that right underneath here, and you'll eventually see that. Then I always like to build that community in the classroom. I have a discussion, and you can tell it's a discussion because you can put these two little boxes that indicates that. And I always have my discussion word points so that students see the value in them as well and do them. I also try to use transparency in assignments when I'm teaching, and I'll click on here. Hopefully it loads a little bit better than the last one did. So you can see what I mean by that transparency. But here I have the purpose of the assignment, the task, so what is it that they have to do, and then the criteria for success, and then it'll be graded. I'm asking students to put their name and their program. In this case, it's a doctoral of a class, so they're putting their dissertation topic or area of interest. I'm asking them to upload an image of themselves with an object that represents how they're feeling about taking this course. It's a course that they take right before they do their dissertation, and then a brief explanation in terms of why they selected that object and how that represents their dissertation journey. And then I invite them to share anything else that they'd like. What are you feeling confident about at this point in your journey? What are you unsure about? Or any other kind of, what are your hobbies, interests, that type of thing. And so since it's 3 points, here are the criteria if they want to get the 3 points. And then optional, feel free to respond to a classmate's post with a friendly or supportive comment. This helps build a collaborative and inclusive space. So it's not graded, but just something to kind of be encouraging that way. And I asked them to do that before the first class session. So that's the direction. So that transparency is purpose, task, and criteria for success. I'll go back to the home page here. And then in the intro module, you also want to have a link to your syllabus, or you can upload the Word document. Really trying to encourage, if you can, staying away from the PDFs just because of accessibility issues. It's easier to upload a Word document there. And then here, this is basically what the LUBAR architecture is. We start with, you can have the exact dates or week 1. If your content is multiple weeks, you could put week 1 and 2. You have your module, so in this case would be the first one, and then whatever your topic is, you would have after the colon here. And then these are the 3 text headings. Really simple in terms of adding a text heading. You just go to the plus button. You would navigate here to where it says text header and then go from there. That's a really quick overview. And then this is what it looks like in actuality. We have prepare, and then I have a page under prepare that says this week. And then this goes through the objectives for the week and then kind of gives a highlight or overview. The learn is the next heading. So here I have read weekly articles, and I have them all on one singular page. I find this to be easier for students because it's kind of, instead of clicking multiple things, it's a one-click type of thing, which is helpful. And then I have it in that style where I have the author, I have everything in here. If I had a link, I could do it that way, but this is just a full citation for them that they can click on and have that way. So they're going to read the articles. And then in terms of then what they're going to have to do, that's under the demonstrate. So demonstrate very clearly have the verb with the colon of, okay, these are 2 things that you're going to be submitting in this module 2. All right. So here's the first one. And I try to give the directions right within where it's due. So again, it's less clicking. I don't have it separate. It's all together. And we'll take a quick look here. There we go. I have everything kind of located right in here. Discussion 2, again, purpose, task, criteria for success. So it's kind of like a built-in, this isn't a huge assignment, so I don't have a super structured rubric. However, it is clear in terms of how they get the points. It's pretty cut and dry that way. And again, the directions are right in there. And this is a discussion for them that they have to do. And I like to do discussions sometimes in my class so that people can kind of learn from one another and see what they're doing. And then here's a standard response. That's just an example of taking the architecture and then using it in a course and what that would look like. And you would just repeat that. And the next one would be module 3. If the topic is, let's say, mixed methods, or if it's, I don't know, whatever the topic is, if it's multiple weeks, maybe it's instead of week 2, if it's our next module, it might be week 3 and 4. And then the topic is mixed methods. Or if it's ethics, whatever that topic is, that would go right underneath chronological order after the colon with the module. All right, so those are just some things to kind of go over with you and what you would kind of go over with your students. Again, use the homepage view. Make sure that they're looking at the prepare this week, that they're reading or watching whatever it is you want them to watch under the learn, and that you can use My Media to embed your videos that way. And then the demonstrate are things that they have to do. Look for the action words, and then the assignments, direct them that the directions for the assignment are right in there if you click on it. I also like to use the announcements. So the announcements are located on the left side. Second thing here, it says announcements. Announcements will automatically go to their email address, and then they'll save at the top as well. So that can be really helpful for them, just in terms of making sure that you're communicating with them and reaching out. Usually, typically, I like to say I use the announcement feature perhaps once a week. And then I also use it a lot at the beginning of the semester to let students know, right, all the modules aren't published yet, but here's the book, for example, that you need to buy for this course, if you do have a required book that you're using. I hope this was helpful to you. Again, it'll look a little bit different when you do this, but again, after this is done, I'll go ahead and I'll embed it. It will be part of this, probably in this syllabus header section that I've made in the intro module. Before the read, I'll have a watch button, and then I'll have, Canvas navigation is probably what I'll call it. So I have it that way as well. So if you're adding things to your module, just look for this little plus button, and then that will kind of give you the links or whatever it is that you need to add. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.